The other big cue for India, which I think is going to be especially in focus, is India's October consumer price inflation numbers should be out by 4 p.m. The NSO sort of releases it. A CNBC-TV18 poll sees the headline CPI number at 6% compared to 5.5% in September. But if the number is that, how should you read it? What's the context, the background? Latha is here with that important bit. Latha, morning.
Good morning. 6% is not a very nice number. What if it were a little higher? Remember, the MPC's limit is to keep inflation between 2 and 6%, 4% plus or minus 2. So an above 6% number can be pretty bad. Largely, the culprit is going to be food. The food price index is expected to be higher by 10%. Core index is not falling anymore. The base is, the base effect is over. So that will come at around 3.6 or something, core inflation. But food is largely because of what you call the top vegetables. Tomatoes, onion and potatoes, extremely expensive in the month of October. And that will show up. It's very unpleasant if it comes above 6%. But the only point I want to make is that this will be a one-off because winter vegetables normally start falling off. We've had good monsoons, so there should be some kind of an impact on cereals and pulses as well. So this could be a one-month aberration. But look at the Reserve Bank when it goes into the policy making on December 7th. The 29th November GDP number would have come. That the average is coming at around 6.6 or thereabouts. Imagine if it turns out to be 6.5 also. You have inflation above 6 and growth at 6.5. How it puts the Reserve Bank in a fix. It's very difficult to cut rates at a time when inflation is above your mandated number. And yet, growth seems to need some help. So it's an unfortunate position that the Reserve Bank is in, but I think this is the least of their problems. There will be more global issues to tackle with, and therefore this will be a run-of-the-mill policy. One just hopes that this remains a one-off inflation number.
Okay, all right. Latha, thanks very much.
That's the IIP number.
And that's the IIP that will also come out, right?
Last August was a disaster at minus 0.1. September may be a little better, but well, anyway, no one's looking at it. 2 lag data.
CPI, I think, is the big one to see if we breach that 6% threshold that the RBI has put in place for itself. So important one. And the timings have changed. 4 p.m. now. Data comes out at 4 p.m. instead of 5:30 as well. So plenty to track today. Thank you for that.